Thank you for joining me for another Takeaway Tuesday. My name is Tina Kavrigich, and I am Northern Stamper. You can always reach me at northernstamper@gmail.com. We are going to continue our month using the beautiful designer series paper from the mini catalog, and it is on page 25, and it is called Storybook Moments. Very, very cute. This pack has a variety of designer series paper and some little die cuts or ephemera pieces in here, and it's for $23. I love it. It's a lot of fun, and we are going to be using some of the items in there today. I just love, love, love the images on these papers. In particular, what we're going to do is we are going to be taking some of the images in the designer series paper. We're going to be using this really, really nice green one, and we're going to be pairing it up with these houses. Now, I've chosen the green because you can see in here there's some green little bits of shrubbery in there, and we're going to be pulling that, and those two are going to be tied together. So also what you're going to notice is I'm also pairing it with a variety of cardstock, and it is this one here, and it is copper clay. We have a piece of 5 1/2 by 7 inches, and what you're going to do is you're just going to score it at 4 1/4. So it's going to make a small little flap on the front like that. Okay. We also have another piece of copper clay, 4 1/4 by 4 inches, and we are going to score that at 3 1/4. So let's go ahead and do that now. So move that off to the side. I'm going to bring this in and score it at 3 1/4. So there's 3 1/4. Just double check that you make sure you use the correct blade to score and not cut. So this is the cutting blade. I'm going to take that out of the way, and we're just going to score that there, right there, at 3 1/4. So the height of the card, so it's 4 1/4 by 4 inches, and there we go. And it is, so it is 4 1/4 high by 4 inches wide now, and we've scored it at 3 1/4, and that leaves us with the remaining. So this is 3 1/4 here. So there we go. What we're going to do is we've got those two pieces of cardstock, and we need to bring in a piece of basic white because we are going to be using this. This is going to become a flap. It's going to go on the front like this. And all I'm going to do is actually just going to be gluing that down. I'm just going to place it on the piece of white, and I'm going to be closing that over on there like that. It is up slightly a bit from the bottom, and as we put it on the center, there we go, it will fit right in there. Okay, so let's glue this down. I'm not wrapping any ribbons, so I can glue that down. And there we go. Let's place it down. I'm just going to double check. Okay, perfect. Looks good. It is going to be in a little bit. Just double checking that. I'm going to be gluing this down on the inside. And this is going to have a couple of flaps to it. So, whoops. I'm going to hold this up, kind of put it in there like that. There we go. And just set it in. So it's one flap on the left and one flap on the right. There we go. Coming together like that. Whoop. There we go. So this is how the basic portion of the card is being placed together. What I want to do next is I'm going to have a couple of pieces of another piece of copper clay and basic white. There we go. One is a little larger than the other, but I'm not going to glue this down yet. What I need to do first is I need to put some designer series paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, and there's a piece of designer series paper. It's going to go on the left flap, 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And let's just glue that down. And it is not going to be wrapped with anything, so I can place that right on top. So pop that on there. Now this is the really nice green. Remember I told you it picks up from the ones with the little houses in it. We're going to cut a piece of that 3 by 4. And that piece will fit right on top. See how it kind of comes together? There's that one is 3x4. We're going to be gluing this on top. Let's do that. Just glue that straight on top. Okay. Now this is like a joyful fold. Like it looks great. Doesn't matter left, right, which one you do. Okay. Gonna have that like that. But what I'm gonna do is add another layer onto that. Do you remember this one? We have it here. And I'm going to be placing that on top and offset a little bit. So it's going to go on top and off a little bit onto the right, just off on here. So you can still see this designer series paper. Just be careful on where you glue on that. You don't want to glue the whole piece of this down. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to that designer series paper and I'm going to pop it on just like that. And I'm offsetting it again with a nice edge around the top and the left. There is a piece of basic white. Now, if you want, you can stamp a sentiment like right up here in copper clay. It's going to look fantastic. But I'm going to be using some of these sentiments. I love these. These are going to be great. And I'll pick one of these and add it in. In the meantime, let's glue that down. Again, with a nice edge all the way around. See how it's going to come out? It looks like it's offset just a little bit, but it looks really lovely on the as it comes together. I love this. This is really great. Let's look at some of the characters that we can build using this, the ephemera packs. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this lady here. I don't know if she's a lady, but this little lamb, lady lamb, I don't know, this ewe, whatever she's called, I'm going to take her. And I'm going to find the matching coordinating character. And there he is, all dressed up in his little outfit with his little cane and hat. And I'm going to take those two, and I'm going to be placing them on the front. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to offset one, and I'm going to have him a little bit lower. And I want to add some different heights. She's going to be flat on the card, so let's just glue her down. Okay, I'm going to place her on here, kind of, it's overhanging just a slight bit. Bring it down. There we go. I'm going to have my sentiment up there, and I'm going to have him off to the side a little bit. Going to add him with dimensionals to give him some height. These guys are so darn cute. I don't know which character out of all of these is my favorite. I think it's the little mouse in the teacup is my favorite. So I'm going to offset him off a little bit so it looks like he's talking to her. And what we're going to do is let's look at some of the little sentiments that we have here. Oh, look at that. That actually looks really good. The little happy birthday. You know what? I'm not going to choose any other one. I really like that. And I'm going to add the little happy birthday. You can add it with dimensionals to give it some height, but let's just add a little bit of glue on the back there to hold it down. Like, what a simple card. This came together very quickly. Just toss it on there. Kind of eyeball it. There you go. And just, there we go. What a great looking card. Like, very cute. Very cute. And I love this kind of fold. It looks great. Now, like I said, if you wanted to stamp a sentiment, you could do that. Just stamp it before you place these guys down. And there we go. What a great looking card. I had a lot of fun making this. This is a really cool design for some cards. I'd love to see if you've come up with some of your own. Drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. Until next time, my friends, keep on crafting.